Boo. Hello. I'm back. I know you're just so excited. So excited for me to get back into writing. And so I shall. I've just been talking to my folks and doing other stuff in the meantime. Important stuff, no doubt, but over the past week, I've been getting back into doing some computer programming, and that's probably what I'm going to be doing over the summer, because I'm going to be going home for the summer, so I'm not going to be able to do streams. I can still talk over Discord if y'all want to talk about music or whatever, but probably no streams. I will be working on stuff, just probably not music. I'm gonna go home to where my friends are and meet up at the library and do my fun stuff. I need to work on my website too. I haven't done that. Darn it. What kind of programming? First of all, me and my friend want to make a framework for SDL, Simple Direct Media Layer. So it's basically like a pseudo game engine, hopefully to make our lives, especially graphics programming, because working on the graphics card is terrible. So we're making like a front end, so that's easier to use. That kind of framework, and then hopefully it should simplify our lives making games in the future. And I know I could just use like an already established game engine. The game that we wanted to make, no other game engine has the functionality for it, at least one that's open source or available to us. Lord knows Unity can't do what we want, so probably going to start there and then use it to extend off into other projects. Probably going to tackle that big one that I just mentioned some other time, but I have some other ideas. Probably going to do a lot of like text, not text, I guess text, but word writing over the summer too. Less music stuff, kind of take a break from doing music for a while and hopefully come back to it with some vigor. But until then, just doing some music. And I have a couple of ideas. I found my old project. Oh my gosh, there's a fly. You nerd. Get out of here. That music seeps its way in again though. I still like music and I will probably play my instruments at home. I just after writing for so many instruments for so long, it gets a little tiring, so I'm gonna start, instead of bashing my head against the wall thinking about music, I'll do it about computers instead, which is great. Very promising. What else? I'll probably be appearing on my friends' streams though, but they're not like music related. They do just like normal gaming stuff. I won't even be able to play games with them. I'll literally just have chats with them. But yeah. So I'll try to do a few more music stuff in between now and when I have to go. But we'll see how I'm feeling about it. There are a few ideas that I want to flesh out that I have bouncing around and kicking about that I probably wish to expand over the summer. And plus, it's gonna be too hot to stream. I live in Texas, man. It's gonna like there's not gonna be any way for me to cool down my computer from streaming. It's gonna be real hot. So unfortunately, I don't think I could if I want to. Oh well. Okay. That might be it for my announcements. At least that I'm willing to reveal. Oh yeah, I should probably, yeah, I'll dedicate a lot of time over the summer to working on my website. So I can get that all done. If you here's just a NeoCity site right now, and there's like one demo thing, and that's the whole. There's nothing else here, and no, you can't play the piano. Everyone who's visited this website says that they want to play the piano, and I don't know if I would want to add that, but yeah, this is what it looks like right now. There's not much on here, and I really want to add more stuff. That'll have to come some other time. I'm gonna put on the website probably mostly like, you know, music writing things, and maybe just like a pseudo blog, more like a website diary, I guess. Just I don't know. I think it's nice. Everyone keeps complaining about dead internet theory these days, right? And I think about that and I'm like, bro, first of all, I don't see any of that AI generated nonsense because I don't use social media, believe it or not. But second of all, listen, if you want to bring the old internet back, it's not going to happen just by you sitting and talking on Twitter about how you want the old internet to come back, okay? You gotta take matters into your own hands. Make your own website, huh? If you want to combat dead internet theory, then brother, you gotta make the internet alive by yourself, okay? So that's why I started, at least created like a little template for this. And maybe I'll remember to add stuff. Modal mixture tips. I mean, I don't know if I have any tips for that. My tip is to try every single thing until you think it sounds good. That's a great tip. Hello, composing iguanas. Bestow upon me your blessing for today's composition stream. Awesome. Okay. So first things first, I'm gonna just get warmed up here by writing some chords. Now, this melody and theme you've heard before if you've been on my streams for a while. And time to write some notes. So let's get our footings. You are in the key of B minor. B minor. And over here, I believe I recontextualize it to major. Somewhere around, oh, you know, here, I think, at the tempo change. So shall we write you to do major? Okay. So we have this bass line here. Right, so here are my goals for this stream. First of all, you know, the standard move instruments around until I like it. Also, I want to add a bit more counterpoint. I'll write these chords and I'll let you listen to it. But let's get started. So you are in, I also have to remember the tenors are in the treble clef. I keep wanting to put them in the bass clef, but they read treble clef, so treble it is. Let's start with B minor. Bah. Now, I'm not sure if I think they sound better in close or open harmony. Probably want it quite low though. Like that. Although I think that might sound a bit... Could do like this. Lose the B. It's a bit more open. Move the basses up. That's the highest that the basses can do. But not very high. I really don't want to strain them, so I think this is good. How low can altos go? Not super low. What about this? I don't like that. That's probably what we want. Okay. That's the lowest that tenors can do. Awesome. Okay. B minor, 3, D, major, D augmented, over F sharp. So you move, doink. You're a dog-mented chord, so you stay at F sharp. That should be, what, D, F sharp, and A sharp. So D stays, B goes on to A sharp. You are sharp 3, minor. That should be, what, D sharp, ooh, F sharp, and A sharp. This D is really staying. F sharp, D, or no, not, hold on. No, you go to D sharp, that's right. You stay at F sharp, you stay at A sharp. There you go. I'm too used to shaped notehead slop in hymnals. I don't know what those words mean, you're gonna have to enlighten me. Do natural. 6, that should be what, D major, or no, G major. G major over D. The bass moved down, all the other voices are going to move up because of harmony reasons. I guess you can move to G all the way. That's a major third, that's fine. Maybe... Okay, I'll have to... Let's see what I think in a bit. Back, sharp 4 diminished. That should be, what, E sharp diminished, which is spelled E sharp... Oh man. E sharp, G sharp, and B? Yeah, okay. E sharp over B. G sharp, B. None of you guys are singing E. I guess I could do that, even though I'm not very happy. That's... oh, we got E sharp. There you go. Okay, I'm gonna say that's fine. And then you move to F sharp minor. And then 1 is B major over F. Hold on a second. F sharp, no, that's correct. And then I'm gonna make you move down. Let's do down. Right, B major, so B, D sharp, F sharp. F sharp stays. And then just 1 again, but over B. So y'all hold this chord, and let me hear this chord progression. I'll include the melody. Let's turn up the volume. It's kind of quiet. You know what? I'll include the organ pedal. Why not? You have to be a 7th chord. Forgot to announce in Discord they were streaming. Oh, you're so right, that's me. Hey guys, oh wait, you can't see Discord because I disabled that. Okay. What's my time to announce it? At everyone in this stream. There you go, that's the name. Alright, awesome. Discord, Alt F4. Bang. A tonic note is a triangle, 6th note is a quart, 3rd is a diamond, it's a reading aid. Oh, is it like if you have a hard time reading sheet music, you can just look at it Or maybe if like they transpose. I guess it would make sense if they transpose, which they might do for different voices. But I don't know, I've never square, not quart. I was just going to accept quart. Okay. Right, I wanted this last one to be a 7th chord in B major. That should be an A natural. And so I guess I can make this one an A natural. There you go. So I want there to be a little bit more movement in the voices, or maybe just more movements in the chords in general, because it sounds a little plain right now. There's just a chord per measure. Like a chord here, maybe. I mean, what's this? Okay, so here we're moving 1, 3, 3 to 6. I could do, try 4, try 5. I think 5 might be good. 5 minor. I mean, there's already a 5 here. I could try 7. Let's try 5 first. 1, 3, 3, 5, 6, 4, I think. What libraries for choir? It's the Cinesamples one. It's a paid library, believe it or not. Okay, so 5 would be, we're in B minor, so it should be F sharp minor. I really like this movement down though. I guess if I do F sharp minor, let me pull up the piano. F sharp minor doesn't have D, or what's this, D sharp? What chords have D sharp in the key of B minor? A 4 chord, 4, no, not 2, well, mm, 7, no, yeah. Well, this is a non-chord tone, so I could try a 7 chord here. And I do want to keep this beautiful D sharp here. And then y'all would have to move. Try A, C, East-West word builder. What? No, I've never heard of East-West word builder. That sounds like a flash game I would have played on PBS Kids when I was 10 years old. East-West word builder. It's a cool name though. Can you move to a C, try, oh, whoopsies. Try this sly. What would this be? I can't really think of anything else that would go here. Could do just a simple inversion, I guess. Right, and when the melody stagnates a little bit, that's when the guys in the choir need to kick up and have a little bit more movement, right? It keeps it interesting. Don't want to make it too fast though, so I'm going to limit myself. I'm not going to have any eighth notes here if I can't help it. Bleh. It allows you to make them sing anything, use their word builder software. Oh, is it like a wavetable where they because I've seen people do that where they like can do speech using different, you know, you probably know what I'm talking about. I have no idea. Or is it AI? AI. I kind of start here with let's start here with or if I do this there, D is not going to be sounding in this. Try here in the tenor voice. What are you? G major. There you go. Make sure you're naturalize the D sharp here. And then you are, right, E sharp diminished, which looks suspiciously like an F diminished chord, but I swear it's an E sharp diminished chord. Very different. Whatever, theory reasons. I guess it's either sharp 4 or flat 5. And sharp 4 diminished is Lydian, right? There you go. And flat 5 diminished doesn't exist, but it's closest to Locrian. Locrian. I don't believe I've included any Locrian chords in this one. No. This one, sharp 6, or just normal major 6 isn't one of the modal ones. Did you ask how the F diminished identifies? No. But I am the ruler of the music, and I decide how they identify. Isn't musical coming out with AI-generated vocals that can actually pronounce words? Probably, that sounds familiar. I haven't messed around with anything like that, though, yet. Right, E sharp diminished. Because the melody kind of slows down in these two bars, right? Ba ba bum. So the choir has to move. What is Locrian? It's one of the modes. They're church modes. So basically, how do I describe modes? Without just showing them. I'll let the dictionary talk for me. Merriam-Webster. An arrangement of the 8 diatonic notes or tones of an octave according to one of the several fixed schemes of their intervals. Okay. I guess that's not wrong, but imagine Uh, basically it's like, I guess the dictionary was closest. It's like a way to arrange 8 notes of a scale and how far apart each of those notes are from each other, I guess. Because of course modes exist that aren't just these. I guess we just call them scales and not modes to distinguish them, but like I'm sure people can define it better than I can. I wasn't a music major. I have no idea how to define a mode. How would you orchestrate for a Dyson sphere? What, like make music that sound like on a setting of a Dyson sphere, or make music to be played by a Dyson sphere? But if it was the former where looks like jazz shenanigans. Yes, actually, that's how I got the idea of like modal mixing. I mean, not that it hasn't been done before; it's been done for centuries. But like, I learned it in like a jazz context, and then I applied it to more classical writing music. And it works because of theory. But how would you orchestrate for a Dyson vacuum? Let's see. What does a vacuum sound like? It sounds like what instrument sounds the most like that? Maybe like a muted trombone or something? No. Or like a wind machine, but I feel like using percussion is kind of cheating. Because percussion can sound like darn near anything. In fact, you could probably ask for a vacuum cleaner and they would just provide one for you. The percussion section is just wild like that. But if I were to write for like pitched instruments, trying to play an alto sax, you're so right. Yeah, wait, what if you like play an alto sax as loud as you can, but like stuff it full of pillows? I bet that would sound like a vacuum cleaner. Can you mute saxophones? Alright, now I gotta know what a muted saxophone sounds like. I have never heard of anyone using a saxophone mute. I don't know even know if they exist. Time to find out. Saxophone mute. Can I hear what it sounds like?
If you're trying to practice at home and you're worried about the
Great.
out this is a start off with this super cheap room that's a bit tight for space then.
Well,
this does feel weird.
What in tarnation? That's not the kind of mute I was thinking about. It looks like he's holding a urinal. What is this? What?
So I've got my decibel meter. Let's see what the reading is with the sax mute one.
Okay, so it's not actually muting the instrument. Well, it's just making it quieter. What is that? Alright. I was thinking more of like, you know, like a trumpet mute. Why sax mutes don't work. No. Oh, man. Okay. I guess there are no... It looks so stupid. It really does look like you're playing into a urinal. That's pretty cool. Okay. If I were to write for a Dyson sphere that wasn't a vacuum, trying to imagine what's a Dyson sphere like. It's a huge mega structure surrounding like a star, right, to harness its power. So I need a very powerful and very imposing sound. So maybe like 8, 10, 12, 500 bass trombones. I think that'll get the point across, right? And let's see, what else do I think about a Dyson sphere? It's very metallic and very hot. It's probably really hot on a Dyson sphere. What instrument sounds the hottest? Probably the bass trombone. So add like another 12 bass trombones just to really get the heat across. And what else do I think about a Dyson Sphere? There's probably a bunch of aliens working on it. So I'll need something that mimics alien speech the most. So probably like, what instrument sounds the most like an alien? Like a bass trombone. So I'll add like maybe, how many aliens are working on this Dyson Sphere? Probably like 100,000. So I'll say like 100,000 more bass trombones. So that's probably how I'd orchestrate for a Dyson Sphere. Taking a saxophone's primary concept of bendy sex pipe to the bathroom wasn't what I had in mind. Wow, that joke actually left me speechless. That's pretty rare and that's impressive. I think it's kind of strange actually that the melody moves down and the choir moves down. I think it has to be the other way around. Right here. Oh, I just realized these are the same notes. Awesome. And then you are F minor or F sharp minor. I mean, this is conceptually, I guess, a parallel fifth, but it is a tritone to a perfect fifth, so I'm gonna call it A-okay. What you were composing for? Orchestra. I should probably put it in page view, not continuous view. Continuous view is kind of... Okay, well that's, my instruments are flying off the page. Page settings. Page settings. Make this maybe A4 paper. Is that big enough for you? Nope. Try A3 paper. A3 is usually good enough. Sometimes I need A2 though if I'm just getting wacky with it. It's silly even. Okay. I want the instruments to come a bit closer. I want some more movement in the choir here. Maybe like some pretty fast chords. And so, oh, did I forget to mark the 5 here? Or actually, no, that's not a different chord. That's just an extension. Okay. It's like for fun or a project or some kind of game or soundtrack. This is for to cure my boredom. Pretty good and noble goal, don't you think? Encourage me to try the style settings. There are so many, they scare me. You go to the page settings here under format, but you can also change the style settings. There's like a bajillion here. You probably don't need to know most of them, but yeah, page settings is what you want. And you can choose so many papers, like double postcard, or if you want to write for an envelope PRC1, which I don't know why you'd ever. What you can write for architect A, architect B. You can write for quarto statements, fanfold German legal, envelope Italian. Why do they have all of these things on? Do they have toilet paper? Folio. Custom. Yeah, so yeah, just do it here. You can change your page settings. I usually do it on metric paper because, I don't know. Is this Sibelius? Nope, it's MuseScore 4. Okay, so sharp 4 could move to 2. You're a Floridian chord, right? So I could try the major 2 as it moves swiftly back to the minor 5. I really like this diminished sound. I keep the bass for a little longer. So if I were to write a 2 chord, that would be what? If it was major 2, it would be C sharp, E sharp, and G sharp, which would be, and what note is this? B. I guess B would be the 7th of that chord, which might sound kind of interesting. So if I were to write, add my chords here, add a nice major 2 chord there, what would this sound like? Oh wait, no, that's correct. So once again, E sharp, hold E sharp. I guess C, or 4, 2, maybe 6, 6, 5, which would be G minor, right? Yes. Wait. G sharp minor. Right, because Aeolian has a flat 6, so it would be G sharp. And these chords should all be related because they're all subdominants, so they should share a lot of tones. G sharp, B sharp, or no, G sharp, B, D sharp. So I could hold this B, I guess, but I do want it to move down. G sharp. Defeating boredom with composing is a noble effort. Thanks. What does subdominant mean? Means you're a switch. There you go. A subdominant is one of the names that we give to one of these chords. The 1 chord is tonic. The 5 chord is dominant. So the one that comes before dominant is subdominant, which is 4. Since 2 comes after 1, the one after the tonic is the supertonic. So what the 7 comes before 1, so it's called the, that's right, leading tone. You can call it subtonic, I guess, if you want. The 3 here comes after the supertonic and before the subdominant. So it's in, you notice how it's in the middle of the 1 and 5 chords. It's right in the middle here, so we call it the mediant. Right? So what is this 6 chord called? Place your bets in the chat. You're right, that's right, it's called a submediant. Couldn't be called super dominant or anything, or sub-leading tone. It's the submediant. Why? Actually, probably because it comes in between the, like if you imagine a 1 here, it's in between the subdominant and the tonic, so I guess that's why it's called submediant. But no, it could have been called super dominance. But nope, it's called submedians. Subdominant mean like 4? Yep. And all of these 4 chords are subdominants. So all these guys are subdominants. Usually you'll hear me talk about functionally subdominant chords and functionally dominant and functionally tonic chords. Those kind of general terms are like the basis of functional harmony, as we call it. That stuff that Beethoven used. That's functional harmony, that kind of harmony. And I use that a lot. That's kind of my bread and butter, at least right now. So 4 and 2 and 6 are functionally subdominant. So all of these guys are all they all sound, so 2 and 6 kind of quote unquote sound like the 4 chord, which is why I call them functionally subdominant, because they can kind of interchange each other. So all these chords here, notice that they all have like different kind of coats of paint, but they're all from the Lydian mode. So you see here we have 4, 6, and 2, all of which are functionally subdominant. So they all kind of sound the same. And you'll notice that they have a lot of notes in common. So you'll notice here, even though there are 3 different chords playing here, like this G sharp and this B kind of hold on. And this G sharp is also in this chord. I just did this. Okay. Leading tone implies the rest just enjoys the show. Yeah, they kind of do. Also, I just realized that... Never mind, it's fine. What are you? 5, F sharp minor. What do you move from 5 to 1? Could try 5 to 7. That would be another Lydian chord. What would that be? A sharp. A sharp minor? I feel like that might sound a bit strange. I think it has to include... Okay, A sharp minor would be A sharp, A sharp, C sharp, and then E sharp. That might sound a little strange. That doesn't sound very... Oh, it's because the bass doesn't move. That sounds a bit strange. Maybe it should be the other way around, where it starts at 7 and then goes to 5. Which means... Get out of here. A sharp, right, A sharp. And then move down to, what was it, 5, F sharp, minor. Try this. And what are you? 1, so you're B major. Maybe this would be better. Move up. Keep the pattern. Let's say F, will you? Or you guys are playing the same note, but that's fine. Hold this, or, I don't... As much as I like those chord changes, they sound a bit odd. Let's move you down like an inversion, I guess. Make you play A. Okay, that's probably good. Now let me hear you together with the organ pedal. What cheat sheet are you using? This is one I made myself in Pure Ref. Hi, iguanas. So these are just images that I pasted into like a image board program. So I have my chords chart, I have my invented chords chart, and circle of fifths, a bunch of orchestra instrument ranges, and this is like arrangements of woodwinds and brass instruments pulled from Korsakov's book. I don't really use these anymore, but they were useful when I was starting out. And so I got 3 iguanas now. Look how beautiful they are. The iguanas of composing. Start again. Hold this a bit longer, pretty please. So you would move to, I guess, over here. You're hardly... A isn't even heard in this chord. Can you hold this A until here where you become an A natural? Better. Or... Oh, that's fine. Okay. I don't think anything changed too much with my bass pattern that I have here. Because I do have a little bit of pizzicato and also this celeste part, just kind of outlining some stuff. Okay, start again. There are no chords here yet. So I was kind of debating what kind of chord accompaniment I should put here. I wanted choir, maybe. I think choir is a bit too thick. I need something a bit thinner, so I'm thinking flutes. But I already have flutes in the melody, so I'm not sure. I think the flute here is what I want for the melody. I have trombones dotting out these parts. Trombones are nice and full sounding, but not too full like a horn. Right now, strings are just playing bass notes, which the bass player or bass singer is also doing. I think I do want to keep that choir accompaniment, but I'll make them sing something a bit simple where they just kind of sing these notes. A bit quieter, please. And then I'll put some... you know what, trombones, just go away for a second while I figure this out. We're in, what, B minor? You are G major. What's this, viola? I think they sound a bit too thick here. I'm gonna have to move them up. And what are you? A major? And you are B minor. You guys are quieter than I hoped you would be. So, come back, losers. Or C sharp diminished. Okay, sorry, just checking your message. I think I kind of lost something after I removed the trombones. Make you guys louder again. I don't like the 7th here. Ugh, no, I don't like the choir here. I'm sorry. Here, here, go in your bassoon, right? You go in bassoon. Shush. Here, put these chords in woodwinds for a second. I'm quite curious. Or actually, here, everyone come over here for a second. It's kind of lost that thickness. Try again. Yeah, the woodwinds just aren't cutting it. I could try... put the horn parts in trombone. Explode my trombones. Dang, get exploded. Oh my gosh, there is a fly in my face. I didn't get it that time. Try this. You guys in oboes. You both in bassoons. Also, shut up. You and cello and viola. Yeah, and you play Urko. I saw that fly again for a second. Buzzing in and out of existence. Try again? That might sound better on, what's it, clarinets? Top clarinet only. And I guess even bass clarinet. Okay, I like that less than I thought I would. Okay, how about I double y'all? So we'll have like a... Oh, I saw that fly again. Where are ya? He's around here somewhere. Oh, like a string quartet kind of situation. But we'll have some clarinets. Also covering the strings a little bit, Gershwin style. I'll make them a little bit quieter. And hopefully that sounds good. Just do the middle voices maybe. And I guess you can both be played by soprano clarinets. Wait a second, but when did you get here? I didn't add this measure. What? It just inserted itself. How did that happen? Oh my gosh. I hear O'Brien's infecting my saves. Okay, it's fine. That's probably okay. I don't know what... Oh, I saw the fly again. It's teasing me. Okay, I still think the strings might sound a bit too thick, which I'm not happy with. But I think it's gonna be as good as I'm gonna get for now. Or I could make you guys do a tremolo. It sounds a bit too odd though. I think pure string sounds better. I think maybe the cello's just too far down. Bring you guys closer together. You both together. You both together. Shut up. You can be a little louder. Those strings seem to be a little bit more prominent, but only by like a teeny tiny bit. I want a flute. I want another flute. You don't play this part though. And also be quiet. Be mezzo piano. I said mezzo piano. Do clarinet. Clarinet's better. Clarinet just has that more shimmery quality. Plus clarinet plus violin, just stellar combo. Never fails me except when it does. You guys go in trombones instead of clarinets for a second, because I want to also have another clarinet playing this. Let me put this together. I'll make you a little bit quieter. And you should probably be E-flat clarinet because of how high you're playing. So let me... first clarinet probably shouldn't play E-flat clarinet, so I shall change you to be E. Here, clarinet. E-flat. Doink. Although in your score didn't specify, so you have to specify yourself that you want to add a clarinet in E-flat. There you go. How do people do this? I'm struggling to sight read the bass line for Shake Hands with Beef. I've never heard of that, but that sounds kind of awesome. Oh my goodness gravy, it sounds like the mosquito that's flying around my room right now. Which is exactly what I want. Just to... Can you do it quieter, please? Okay. Okay. Maybe trumpet. What happened to the other voice? Okay, let me try again then. You're not... There you go. Here, just do this for a sec while I figure this out. Actually, no, let's not do that. I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's go back to here. The orchestration sounds a little thin here, towards that latter of this phrase. I think there needs to be more extreme dynamics here. Although the flute is working fine on its own, I guess. You here be on oboes instead of clarinet. Add slurs. Okay. And now I want to add, what do I want to add? Why did I do this? Can I have maybe alto voices play here? Take over where the strings that leave off. What are you? D major? Yes, in B minor. It should be Do major. You don't leave off very much, but I'll put piano anyway. Try this? Or actually, you're too low. I don't like how close those are. Can you move a bit further apart, please? Or maybe... None of you guys are playing the bass notes, so I would need probably, yeah, the tenor voices would have to play these bass notes. Or, sorry, sing, not play. Okay, so I also want... Needs more tritones in minor sixth. That's my other project. That one's a bit, and by a bit I mean a lot more dissonant. This one, I'm purposefully making sound extremely generic and very kitsch and unfulfilling, which is why all of you like it. I'm just making fun of y'all. No, this is going to be my pleasant sounding one, and my other one's going to be my strange sounding one. But right now, it's kind of late, so I feel like writing my pleasant sounding music. So you are F sharp minor. Probably want to move up, although you can probably just move down like this. I'll add some more chord changes in a bit, but... And then 4 should be E minor. Okay, E is not really sounding in that chord. Not really, I guess I can just move E up here. And you should be A major. I'll hold that E. Actually, you move down to C, and I'll have my bass friends. It's kind of high for a bass. Probably just have another tenor. It seems a little weird though. I'm gonna put a bass down here. That's my bass impression. Hold that 7th. No. Okay, what was I doing? Right, can you guys be a bit quieter? One of you guys is too loud. Probably you in the chest though. Strings quieter. That feels better. Okay. Now what I want to do is add maybe a bit more chord changes here, much like I did over here. And as always, we want to add chord changes where the melody is kind of stagnating so that it's kind of like a pseudo counterpoint. I guess it is technically counterpoint, but whatever. Follow counterpoint rules. Over here we can see that the melody is a little bit slower in like this measure and this measure here. So that's probably where I'm going to add some more chord changes. And okay, hold on, just shut up my phone. It's distracting me. So over here where you're A major, right, you're the 7 chord, because we're in B minor, is where I want to add a few more stuff. So let's see what chords come before and after it. It moves from 6, which is subdominant or tonic. I think subdominant is a more apt description here. 7 is a dominant chord, and then to 1, which is a tonic chord, and only a tonic chord. So I could try 3, I could try 5. I am fond of 3 over the 3rd, which sounds vaguely like a 5 chord, but it has like that minor flavor. I could just try minor 5 like I did over here though. This should be, actually these 2 chords aren't in any of the modes. Yeah, there's no major 7 that isn't flattened here. There's just flattened major 7. Actually, no, you should technically be flat major 7 because you're in B minor. Yeah, actually, you should be like this. Big. And you're just straight up D major, which should be flat 3. And I guess you similarly are flat 7. Okay. This looks a bit better now. Bah! So I want to add maybe... Oh, since we're in Aeolian... Yeah, these are all Aeolian chords. Could maybe steal from another mode, but... that stupid fly landed on my face. Oh my goodness. Oh, I felt it. I'll try major 5. I'll try my 3 idea first though, because I think that's going to be a little wackier. I think having the chords hold on for an entire bar just makes it sound very cookie cutter. It sounds, if you'll excuse the analogy, it sounds like someone just hopped on GarageBand, pressed a few chords into their MIDI keyboard, and then published it. And I don't like the sound of that. Especially because this is already computer playback and I really hate helping my case. So I want to add a few more chord changes so it's a bit more interesting. I'll try my 3 idea, which should be D sharp? There isn't any D sharp sounding in here, is there? What is this? A major, right? So I could try something that's a relative of A major, which should be like, oh man, like C sharp minor, which would be a 2 chord in this case. Could try minor 5, which is again an Aeolian chord. Could try major 5. You know, let's do major 5. I want to keep this nice A in the bass though. There's already F over here. And so all that changes actually is this moves here. Or the A becomes A sharp actually. Oh, that wouldn't work. Okay, that's 7, 5. Let's move this 5 to the third beat. These chords feel kind of unbreakable right now. It's kind of bothering me. Okay, I'll keep them as they are right now, I guess. Okay. A diminished passing chord. What, 2 diminished? That guy is a minor chord. Well, in the minor scale, not a minor chord. I really wanted to add some in-betweens these chords, but I can't think of any that would sound very good here, unfortunately. Probably here I want one. I really don't like that the chords are just being held for an entire measure and then moving on. I'll try minor 4, I guess. These are all diatonic, but that's fine, I guess. That would be E minor. If I put you over to B, that would make you another second inversion one. C, E, you stay at E, you both stay at E. None of you guys are playing G though, so it hardly sounds like E minor at all. I'll just move you to G, I suppose. No, it's better, I suppose. There you go. That sounds kind of lame, but I can't think of anything else. What's happening in the U? What do you call the chords? What if I have a E major chord instead of E minor? There you go. So yeah. It should really stay here a bit longer, I think. I think I'll make it a bit more tense, which I like. It needs to build up, despite it following a diminished chord. The 4 chord, which is a major chord, feels a bit more tense. And I think that's because it's using a non-chord tone, right? So that's kind of fun. What a beautiful sound. Into that 7th. It feels kind of weird for this E to jump all the way to G sharp. Probably makes more sense for you to move to G sharp. There you go. You guys just stay at E. And maybe you and the second violin can move down to D. Yeah, okay. And then since you move back to D major, you can just move like this. You can stay here. There you go. Awesome. Who would say influences your work the most? Igor Stravinsky. Okay, the 7th feels a bit odd. I'm gonna remove that. There you go, that's better. Once again, it feels like there needs to be some kind of intermediate chord here. I just don't know what it is. I could try 3 to 1, which I'm pretty fond of, but I already have another 3 chord here. Okay, that's fine. You're D major. Oh, I wrote that chord in the wrong place. Dang it. Sad. No, you guys. I'll try D minor here with that F natural. And you also have to follow the weird chords I've put down. Over here I added a, what was it called? E major chord. So from the C sharp you'll have to move probably to B. There you go. Try this. That sounds a little bit unprepared. Although it sounds nice on the strings only. Oh wait, you have to be sharpened. You tied. Man, I'm missing so much stuff. Yeah, that just sounds ugly. I'm moving this back. One, try 6. That's not what 6 looks like, that's 4. There you go. 6 over the second version, there you go. Right? I think this moving up here sounds a bit odd. So you move down. Move up. You should be over just the root. Okay. Try again from here. Something about this cello I don't like. I would rather it play pizzicato with the bassies. So maybe put you in a bassoon. That's my bassoon impression. And I want y'all to all play pianissimo. I would like you to kind of dot along with my contrabass friends. Pizzicato, as we say it here in Texas. Pizzicato. And all y'all pizzicato. There you go. You can't play these lower ones. No, that's fine. Okay, move you up an octave. That's fine. Let's so. As per usual, I can't hear the violas. You stupid instruments. I'll put you in clarinets instead. You guys are so far apart. Probably move the bass clarinet up. It should sound a bit closer together. There you go. My clarinets are too thick. Might need to try something else like... Oboe wouldn't work here. Your lowest note is G, so I could try... I was gonna do English horn, but I realized I have two bassoons, so I might as well just do this. No, I want an English horn. Change inster to English horn. I don't need to play this. Okay, I got rid of my text. Wasn't that just great? And now I have almost my entire instrument collection complete. That sounds a bit more like what I want. If only I could hear you, you stupid violas. I'm putting you back up to piano. Okay, it definitely needs more chord changes. That's probably my issue. It's just that it sounds so bland. But we can fix that. Maybe. Maybe. This does feel pretty bare bones though. 2, 5, 4, 7. So this 2 and 5 obviously are from the major mode. This minor 4 here is, was that Phrygian, Aeolian, Locrian, and then this 7, flat 7 is also from Aeolian. So I guess you could just move it to a minor context, but I think it'd be more interesting to try something else like Locrian or something. I think this 2-5 is okay. probably another chord here at the third beat. 5, try 3, 3 to minor, or minor 3 to minor 4, which should be the key of D right? D major? Yeah, it's D major, right? That should be F sharp minor. So, what are you? A. You should go like this. You can say E, I guess, that's fine. You guys up here, though, you'll have to move. Meow. You guys are playing the same thing. That's so very creative of me. Just move down. I feel like the chord changes have to speed up along with the melody here. So these are all alien, or I could try other chords like Locrian, that might be fun. 4 to 7, it could move like 4, 3, 1, 7 or something. So let's try that. Was that flat minor 3 and Locrian? Nope. What intonation was that? Diminished 1, which would be D diminished, which this F natural works perfectly with. So let's give that a shot. Might also change these pizzicatos, but that's okay. And so what are you? Minor 4, we start at G minor, and then move to flat minor 3, which is F minor. So the melody is moving down, so I want the chords to move up. So that should be what? C natural. Keep F natural here. You guys probably want to move to like C. There you go. Or C minor, right? So we want F, C, and A flat. So once again, y'all move up because the melody moves down. You, bassoon, can play this beautiful A flat. You hear English horn play C natural. You in oboe. I was about to say English oboe. That's not right. Like this. I like that already. Diminished 1 should be diminished. Diminished for short. Diminished. Once again, keep that F. A flat. Into that wonderful tritone. I don't even want an A flat here, so you keep this A flat, you move up there, and you do this. And then all these notes are gonna have to change. Flat 7 is C major. Joe. E. Another C natural. And you move it down to G. And y'all also move down. There you go. How long it takes you to learn this? Are you a savant? Probably not the latter. I was tutored in theory for a while, but composition I read books from the library to learn how to write for orchestra, but like theory itself, I was taught by a tutor. Okay, so 1 here should just go straight back to D major. Okay, let me hear those chord changes. They're going to be a bit more subtle though. Did I remember to add these here? I guess I'll listen. Oh my gosh, that's so loud. Which one of you is it? Is it the tenors? Oh, it's the horns that I've been out of dynamic for. This is Leon me as a mechanical engineering student who also just plays bass for fun. I don't mean to burst your bubble or anything, but I was also a mechanical engineering student. I didn't go to school for music. Because that would be lame. Why learn stuff about music when you can just go to the library to learn it? All music majors typing furiously like, no, but the experience! All this. See, just as an engineering major, I need to make fun of everyone who isn't an engineering major. That's just how it works, okay? It's a rite of passage. Bah! That's my tenor impression. The return of the organ pedal. It needs more triplets. Specific field of study, I am looking to researching supercritical fluid modeling for turbo machinery applications. That's a lot of big words. My friend sent me an article actually recently that engineers in China are messing around with supercritical carbon dioxide to pump turbines around. Which is pretty cool because turbines are horrendously inefficient, which makes me very sad. But I really like numerical computing. That's it's very fun. I hate analytic solutions. I believe in proof by calculator. Proof by the integral table at the back of the textbook. And I love forcing my computer to do math problems. So, and partial differential equations rule the world. I was a music major and dropped out. Dang. Well, hopefully, at least you learned something from that. Okay, what are you? B minor. Look at all those movements. A little bit faster. Not quite my tempo. Alright, I'll get to that in a bit. Okay, I don't really think I like the tenors here. Get out of here. So here I have woodwinds. Okay, so accompaniment in strings, melody in strings, stuff in melody in celesta, melody in woodwinds. So I guess chords either in voices or brass. I think choir is, again, a bit too heavy-handed, so I will go fall back onto brass. Let's write a nice brass chorale, shall we? There's some pretty simple chords here, 1, 3, 6, 5. In fact, I think, what's that? If I were to put that in C major, that'd be C, E, A, and G. Probably heard that chord progression 1,000 times, but hey. That's okay. Okay, how am I gonna do this? I probably don't need as much brass as I've put down here. I just copied this from my template project, but I seriously do not need this many brass instruments for what I'm writing. So I'm going to go ahead and kill off, and I do mean kill off, all of the heavy brass. Goodbye. They're all gone. Snare drum. maybe in like a later part, but not right now. I do have a triangle playing. Tambourine, maybe. Suspended symbol. Get out of here. Suspicious symbol. Everyone else, you can stay. Except contrabassoon. Goodbye. I'll deal with you in a bit. I might add it back. But for now, this is all I need. I already have organ pedal. Okay. Right. Chords right here. D major. Do major. Three is F sharp minor. Or how's the bass going? Bass, you just stay like this for a sec so I can figure out what's going on. What are you? Whoopsies. You just stay like that for a while I figure out a pattern. And that means while the bass moves up, I want all my friends to move down over here. So you... Okay, well most of you stay the same because I'm so creative. And you here move up. 6 and then 5 is A major. And so I actually want the pedal to move down. Down, down, down. The strings are too loud. Shush. That's better. That sounds a bit nicer. Now for the fun parts, adding in a bunch of unnecessary chords. There's some 1 to 3, so I could try some fun subdominant movement here with like a 4. That should be Go major. Actually, no, I'll hold that one. Over here is where all the fun stuff should happen. One, 3, 7 maybe? That should be a Lydian chord without the diminished. I'm curious what that sounds like. Whatchamacallit? D, that should be C sharp minor, right? So C sharp, E, and G sharp. So you should be see again, I'm just curious, just trying stuff out. It'd really help if I could remember to add stuff in the bass. Can you move down to E, please, so I can have some kind of E? E. There we go. Got into composing. And do you play any instruments? I play the harmonica. What got me into composing? Okay, I know I said I went to school for engineering, but that wasn't... My music teacher really was trying to convince me to write or to go to school for music. And I had been studying under her for 10 years. That's how I got like my music knowledge, music theory knowledge. She didn't teach me anything about composition, but about like theory and stuff. That's why I generally kind of know how theory works, is because I was studying under her. But she was really like trying to convince me like, you should go to music school and STEM is not good and AI is just going to take all of the STEM jobs anyway and blah blah blah. Which isn't really wrong. But like I don't really fault her for thinking that, of course, but she was really trying to convince me, and I'm like, I really don't want to go to school for like performance, but if I do go to school for music, I guess I much would rather write something. So I literally opened MuseScore on my laptop, which I had downloaded like 5 years prior, and I was like, I guess I'll write something and see what happens. And that's how the nightmare started. So here I am. Ooh, I like that 7 chord. Uh... 7, 6, or moves to 5, so 3, 7, 6, maybe 2, 1, 5. Or I could keep the Lydian chords. So or yeah, let's keep the Lydian pattern going, why not? 2, maybe 4. Like this. Try this, that might be fun. Or these are all once again, or no, don't do 4. Try 1. Or maybe 3. Nah, 1. 6. 2 is in D, that should be E. You'd be 1, 6. You would be 6, 4. So, oh wait, the melody moves down though, so I should probably have the chords, the bass notes move up. So instead, you should be like not that, no inversion. No, what backslash? Get out of here. Okay. And chords, get ready to go down. E. What's E? You should be D major, or wait, you're a major, right? So you should be E major. Okay. None of you are playing G. Oh my gosh. How did I mess up this poorly? Let's just move up to G. I'll be lazy. There you go. now I have multiple of you guys from A. Maybe C natural. The double A is fine, much like batteries. We have double A, and then you move to 5, which is A major. I guess it all works out. What website do you use? This isn't a website, this is a program. It's called MuScore 4, MUSCSCORE. Alright, let me hear this again. Okay, nice. Let me hear it from here. How'd you get dark mode? You go to preferences, I believe, and you just change the appearance here to dark. There you go. You can also change your color. I have mine as purple. Or your font. I'll change my font right now. Actually, that will probably require me to restart MuScore. I'm not gonna do that. Okay. Actually, no. I'll have to figure out what I want to do for this next part. Also probably, yeah. Let's listen again from the beginning at least, so we can hear what we've done. So what we did today, added some chord changes, changed the choir parts and all that. Anything else I want to change while I'm here? Probably not. It is kind of quiet though. I did boost up the volume a bunch, which isn't very good, but whatever. I could probably do better than that. Okay, let's listen. Okay, something felt a bit wrong in this middle section here. It's this chord here. Get out of here. I don't like it. It's also, I think the loss of the organ pedal here really leaves like a lack of bass, which is leaving a lot to be desired. I guess I can just have the organ pedal again. It just has to be, you know, like... Okay, this. Losing the organ pedal really, really diminishes something, metaphorically. Maybe if I just make it quieter though. Particular reason for no timpani? Because I haven't heard it in my mind as I'm writing this. I don't know. I can't really give a more helpful answer than that. As I'm writing this, I don't really feel like a timpani belonged anywhere. Okay, I'm starting to think that this is devilishly slow. Go up. Okay, that is A sharp minor. I think it's just, it's A sharp minor, but this F in the melody makes it sound like a major chord because it's now hearing what, yeah, F sharp, A sharp, and the C sharp with this E sharp tacked on, so it kind of sounds more like an F sharp, just major chord with a 7th tacked on. Which is not what I wanted, but oh well. That's okay. I feel like this flute has to be a bit more powerful. I'm not really feeling the power of this flute. 2 flutes. I actually really don't like the sound of that. Is this Muse score? It sure is. Yeah, I guess I'll just leave it at that for now. Oh, you speed up a bit too much. Slow down a tiny bit. Better? I'll lose the high violins. Okay, we hear strings only. And you guys. Uh-huh. Okay, this just feels really empty at this measure here. It just stops. I don't really see what else it could be though, because the 7-to-1 movement I think is quite important. Could move you guys to an inversion, I suppose. Horns, you guys stop for a bit shorter. Okay, I guess I'll just deal with that later. Not quite sure what I want to come after this, but that'll be an exercise for another time. So that will be the end of this one, y'all. Make sure to join the Discord server if you haven't already, so we can talk about music stuff. I only got a few streams left before I gotta go back home to my home planet of Texas, and then I'll be able to do nothing over there and do a lot of sleeping and not music because I'll be home and away from my computer. So if you want to hear my words, then you're gonna have to join me on Discord, okay? You hear me? You get it? Yippee-ki-yay. I'll see y'all later. Make sure to go practice. Now!